Beneath one of the holiest places on earth lies a secret older than any empire. A network of forbidden tunnels carved under Al-Aqsa, where ancient legends claim King Solomon commanded the Jinn, sealed a vessel that could alter destiny, and placed a warning no civilization has dared to break. For centuries, explorers, empires, even secret societies searched for what he hid below the mountain. Some returned terrified. Others never returned at all. Tonight, we uncover the mystery they tried to erase. The vault they call the Threshold of the King. The mountain chosen by God. Beneath the rising sun of ancient Jerusalem, there is a mountain older than any kingdom, Moriah, the place where prophets walked, angels descended, and destinies were carved into stone. Here, King Solomon began constructing a temple unlike anything the world had seen. Chronicles describe gold that glowed like a second sunrise and cedar wood carrying the scent of distant lands. But the true power of the temple did not lie above the ground. It lay underneath. Legends whispered that Solomon commanded the Jinn, forcing them to dig tunnels that stretched like veins beneath the sacred mountain. These creatures, bound by the seal of Solomon, carved chambers where light never reached. Ancient scrolls say Solomon hid secrets of divine wisdom there, knowledge that could bend reality, command spirits, or even influence future kingdoms. Centuries later, the same ground became home to Al-Aqsa Mosque, yet the tales of what sleeps below never faded. Travelers wrote of strange vibrations under their feet, as if the mountain itself breathed. To this day, scholars and seekers wonder, did Solomon hide something so powerful that the world still isn't ready to face it? The Forbidden Passages. Long before archaeologists ever touched the soil beneath Jerusalem, there were stories, warnings, really, about forbidden passages running under the Al-Aqsa plateau. Jewish tradition called them the chambers of the deep. Islamic scholars called them the pathways of the Jinn. But all agreed on one thing. No human should walk those tunnels uninvited. In the late 1800s, a British officer and Freemason, Charles Warren, arrived with a mission sealed in symbols rather than ink. Under the cover of a survey work, he descended into the darkness below Al-Aqsa, lowering himself through cracks, shafts, and ancient openings untouched for centuries. What he reported was startling. He found tunnels so narrow that even air hesitated to pass. Stairways carved with mathematical precision beyond the ability of primitive tools. And inscriptions, symbols no culture claimed, etched into stone harder than iron. Warren wrote of hearing echoes that didn't bounce from the walls, they answered back. His diary mentioned a chamber blocked by an enormous stone, perfectly smooth, perfectly cold, as if untouched by time. Locals later whispered that this was the gate to Solomon's deepest vault, sealed by the Jinn themselves. Warren tried to mark the spot on a map. The next day, the stone was gone, and the chamber behind it was something he refused to describe. The brass vessel. Among the oldest legends tied to Solomon, one stands above all others, the tale of the brass vessel. It begins long before his temple was built, in the age when Jinn roamed freely across deserts and mountains. Some served mankind. Others rebelled. Solomon, blessed with divine authority, commanded the winds, the animals, and the Jinn. But the most dangerous of them, the ones who defied his rule, were captured and sealed inside a vessel forged of enchanted brass, inscribed with the name that binds all things. Ancient Arabic manuscripts claim the vessel was not merely a prison. It was a containment for a force that could alter destinies. When Solomon finished building his temple, he ordered the Jinn to bury the vessel deep under the mountain, in a chamber no human eye should ever see. They say he placed 12 seals upon it, each representing a tribe, a realm, a heavenly guardian. For centuries, the story was treated as myth. Until Charles Warren, shaken by what he found underground, claimed in his private correspondence that he saw something resembling a rim of brass, half buried in a chamber filled with strange carvings. The letter was never published. It disappeared from the archives, taken by an unknown gentleman wearing a ring with a square and compass. Today, some researchers believe that whatever lies beneath Al-Aqsa is not just archaeology, but a container, still sealed, still humming, still waiting for the world to forget its true purpose. The seal that should not break. In the 19th century, Jerusalem became a magnet for secret societies. Among them were high-ranking British Freemasons, convinced that the deepest secrets of their craft traced back not to medieval Europe, but to Solomon himself. Their obsession centered on one belief. Somewhere beneath Al-Aqsa lay the original master's word, a sacred formula said to have been given to ancient builders by Solomon through angelic guidance. For the Freemasons, this wasn't history, it was destiny. Several expeditions under the guise of archaeological research, it descended into the understructure. Witnesses recalled strange rituals performed near ancient stones, as if the explorers were not searching for artifacts, but attempting to awaken something. One such group claimed to locate a chamber sealed by a slab covered in unfamiliar geometric symbols. When they attempted to remove it, a violent tremor shook the tunnel. One man swore he heard a voice, not thunder, not wind, but a command, spoken in a language older than Aramaic. The slab was left untouched. Reports later surfaced that the chamber contained one of Solomon's seals, a guardian mark placed to keep the world safe from whatever was bound on the other side. Modern scholars dismiss the story, but the Freemasons who returned to Britain created a private lodge named the Guardians of the Ninth Seal. Its emblem? A stone door, with a hand reaching from the darkness behind it. Threshold of the King. In the mid-20th century, a team of engineers performing routine maintenance beneath the Al-Aqsa compound stumbled upon something unexpected. A sealed passage carved with a precision impossible for its supposed age. The floor sloped downward into a narrow corridor, vanishing into darkness. A faint vibration pulsed through the stone, like a heartbeat. When they followed it, they reached a chamber unlike any documented in archaeological records. Its walls were polished smooth, without tool marks, reflecting their lantern light in distorted waves. At the center stood a massive block of limestone, too perfect, too symmetrical. Almost placed. On one side of the stone was an inscription, barely visible. A circle, surrounded by 12 smaller seals. The same symbol appears in both Jewish mysticism and Islamic manuscripts. The emblem of Solomon's final command. The engineers reported the chamber. Their supervisors ordered it sealed immediately. Not preserved. Not excavated. Sealed. Local lore claims the stone marks the threshold to Solomon's last vault, the place where the brass vessel, or something even more powerful, was hidden to prevent it from altering the course of human history. Some believe it still hums because the Jinn remain bound inside, awaiting the day the seals weaken. Others claim it is a divine barrier, never meant to be crossed. But one belief spans every tradition. Whoever breaks Solomon's seal will not simply uncover history. They will awaken it. Maybe the greatest mystery beneath Al-Aqsa isn't the tunnels, nor the vessel, nor the seals. Maybe the real secret is this. Every empire that tried to uncover Solomon's hidden chamber vanished. Every map that pointed to the vault or was lost. Every seal that researchers claimed to find crumbled to dust the moment it touched the sunlight. And yet, the mountain still hums. Legends say his final command still echoes in the stones, a warning for those who dare to go too deep. But if the vault truly exists, if the brass vessel is still sealed, then the greatest question of all remains unanswered. What did Solomon hide? That the world is still not allowed to see? Maybe one day, someone will break the seal. And when they do, history will not be rewritten. It will awaken.